Hello, and welcome back to our LiveU 101 video series. In this episode, we'll be starting to touch on the LiveU portfolio of products, specifically our hardware suite. We'll begin with our battery-powered portable encoders and move on to our fixed or vehicle rack mount encoders. These devices are used by users across all markets: broadcast news, sports, public safety, and many more. But to start, what is an encoder and transmission? Why does it matter to utilize something like LiveU to encode and transmit live video? To start, an encoder is used to compress and packetize a video signal so that it can be transported over the public internet to its endpoint, a decoder, where the packets are put back together and the video signal is outputted into whatever video standard is required to the broadcast environment. The transmission aspect is critical here because sending packetized live video over the public internet is tricky and subject to all types of hiccups that can affect your video. The first mile, or main connection, being the most troublesome. This is where LiveU's IP bonding becomes a critical means to overcome most, if not all, local network challenges. Our encoding and transport protocol are tightly coupled, as it's important for the path between encode to decode to be communicating to optimize the resiliency. We will get into exactly how this happens with LRT, or LiveU Reliable Transport, in a later episode. But for now, imagine you're trying to stream live video using just one phone signal, but the connection keeps dropping and the stream is buffering. That's because relying on a single network can be unreliable, and no resiliency techniques in your transmission means packet loss has lasting effects. So let's start going through some of LiveU's most popular portable encoders that are leveraging LRT and this IP bonding technology. This is the LU300S, LiveU's most compact and portable encoder that supports 4K P60 10-bit HDR video encoding. Weighing just over 2 pounds, the 300S offers resilient bonding in a compact, lightweight portable unit. Supporting up to 30 megabits per second HEVC streaming and 8 embedded audio channels, the unit combines up to 6 IP connections for LTE or 5G cellular modems, Wi-Fi, and Ethernet. The LU300S has a single camera input, either HDMI or SDI. This device can be camera mounted or worn either in a cross-shoulder pack, belt pack, or backpack. It's an ideal encoder to be integrated directly with your other broadcasting accessories. If you're looking for something cost-effective and compact, this is the perfect device to add to your transmission arsenal. This is the LU800, LiveU's most versatile field unit with 4 hardware variations to support a multitude of applications. Where to even begin with this one? It was designed from the ground up to support 4K P60 10-bit HDR video transmission. This device has options to support single camera or multi-camera inputs, up to 4 inputs per device. It can be worn as a backpack, mounted on a vehicle, or simply thrown below a production truck at a venue. Weighing just under 5 pounds, the LU800 bonds up to 14 IP connections with up to 8 5G, 4G internal modems, supporting HEV streams of up to 60 megabits per second. With 16 embedded audio channels and multi-camera support, the LU800 is the go-to portable encoder for REMI productions, opening more opportunities for your live productions. What else? Yes, there's more. LU800 has 2 Ethernet ports, 2 Wi-Fi interfaces, an option for quick connect external antennas, an HDMI out for video return feeds, 2 bidirectional audio communication channels, a 4-hour internal battery, and of course, a 7-inch ultra-sensitive touchscreen for full control. Now that we've gone through our battery-powered encoders, let's talk about LiveU's rack mount encoders. These devices can also be portable in nature, designed to be built into a fly pack, truck, or fixed facility, or wherever you see fit. The LU810 rack mount encoder brings the power of the LU800 into your truck or facility. The device supports HEVC streams of up to 60 megabits per second with 16 embedded audio channel support and multi-camera support. The LU810 comes in 2 flavors, with or without modems. With modems, the LU810 is equipped with 6 internal 5G, 4G SIMs and connectors for external antennas to mount on a vehicle. This unit gives you the ultimate flexibility to design into any production outfit, leveraging wired, cellular, and/or satellite connectivity to achieve the highest quality transmission. The LU810 without SIMs provides the ideal encoder in a fixed facility or a fly pack with guaranteed internet. With internet at nearly every venue, and certainly at your fixed facilities, it's a perfect cost-effective alternative to fiber or satellite-based productions. As a rack-mount encoder, the LU810 with LRT transmission allows you to design a robust transmission system that will significantly cut your production costs, ensuring high-quality live video transmission over the public internet. The LU610S comes in the same 1U rack mount form factor as the LU810. However, it supports one video channel up to 4K P60. It also comes in 2 flavors, whether you want it with or without modems. The main difference being that the LU610S supports transmission of up to 30 megabits per second over HEVC, including support of up to 8 embedded audio channels. We have full product brochures available in the description for all of these encoders. So if I missed anything or you have questions and you're looking for further information, check those out below. We've talked about the differences between the encoders, but what about the features that they all support? Live, that's an obvious one. Live in store, the ability to store any live content locally on the device as a backup in the event an interruption happens during the live stream. Store and forward, which allows you to store and forward video as a file as it builds, enabling editors to access the video file in real time. When going live, the operator has access to various settings, either remotely in LiveU Central or locally on the unit. On the unit, they can select the decode channel to stream to and set the transmission delay, which is adjustable based on network conditions. In LiveU Central, they have even more control with the ability to adjust streaming bit rates, set up audio profiles, and have control over our suite of production tools, such as IP Pipe, Video Return, and Audio Connect. We have episodes later in this series that goes through all of these tools, so stay tuned for that. Most importantly, LRT can be optimized and customized. For example, a user can enable least cost bonding mode, which tells the encoder to prioritize Ethernet over cellular and setting cellular up as the backup or failover if Ethernet should fall below a certain threshold or go down entirely. Another example is LiveU transmission mode. The encoders utilize networks that have a guaranteed bandwidth, like the Ethernet connection. We take advantage of that fixed network, repackage the resiliency techniques within our LRT protocol, and the LiveU unit transforms into essentially a wired encoder, optimizing quality and most importantly, reducing delay down to 300 milliseconds or ultra-low latency. For the encoders that contain dual Ethernet ports, the unit will still bond those connections together, making it a more redundant solution for your most important events. So I've mentioned LRT a few times now, and I'll keep talking about it in the next episode. I know, a cliffhanger in a video series. Don't worry, it'll be worth it. See you next time.